Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Lars Wallin, the owner of Wallin MMA, who happens to be a Swede. And Lars does some work with us here at MMA H.E.A.T and was our reporter in Sweden last year. This time we're still in Los Angeles, but some new arrivals have come into the fight. Alexander Gustafsson not able to fight, and Ilir Latifi is going to be fighting. So we came to our favorite local Swede to get the breakdown. So what's the deal with him as a fighter?
Ilir Latifi is known, the little I know of him, is that he's a very, very strong guy, and I've seen him, very good wrestler, first of all. He's more like a George St. Pierre of a higher weight class. Maybe not the same stand-up game, but he's really, really brutally effective on taking someone down. Once it's there, I haven't seen too much that impresses me, to be honest. But so it could be really a board fight if the ref doesn't stand him up. But he needs to work on his finishing, I think. But the takedown part, he's world class.
And primarily, you teach jiu-jitsu. So what's his jits game like?
Well, you know, I haven't rolled with him, so I shouldn't have any opinion about it, but I will anyway.
Because you're Lars.
I think all heavyweights should be practicing their submission game much more, and maybe from other angles than always being the top and the strong one. Working out from underneath and working out from problem situations to improve situations. And I find that's lacking a lot in heavyweights. Their quality on technique is not. I mean, you know, they can always involve their power into it, and it kind of wrecks their style, wrecks the technique.
Well, here's an interesting thing about Gegard Mousasi, and you know, we're talking light heavyweights here, but I know what you mean. You still mean the bigger guys. Yeah. Gegard did great boxing. Takedown defense has been something that he hasn't been great at, but it's sort of like he doesn't care about getting taken down.
No, normally, I mean, he's great standing, as everybody know, and he has good. I think he's one of those guys who actually works hard on playing the bottom game, the little guy's game on the bottom. So he has good ways of getting back up and so on. The big question is, can he get out from underneath a guy as powerful as Latifi?
Who's a Swedish wrestling champion.
Yeah, and I think also Iraqi or Arabic background before that. I don't know exactly his background, but I mean he's an awesome world-class wrestling solid guy, built like a refrigerator. And if he wants to take you down, you will go down.
Well, let's talk for a second about the Swedish MMA scene. I know, you know, we were there with you last year, and you go back very often to give seminars, and you were the first one to take Royce Gracie over there when you were training together. So how has it evolved? How's the scene right now? I mean, how do you imagine this week and this weekend's going to go with the fight?
I wish the UFC would have had more than one big fight, so it's something else to back it up, because this is huge to Sweden. It's huge for the fans in Sweden, all of Scandinavia, Norway, Denmark, Finland. People travel from all over, even Germany. It's sold out very fast, and I think the fans, they shouldn't have put the whole fight, just based it on one super fight, because the fans they're going to feel a little bit cheated now, I think.
Well, there are other names on the card, but I know what you're saying. You wanted a better co-main event as well.
I would say one fight I'm looking forward to see would be Tor Tereng, who's also on the Ultimate Fighter this season. He's a fantastic fighter I've seen for many years. He had a little bad luck in the Ultimate Fighter, but you know, it's a tough sport. He is a very, very experienced, very tough guy, and I see him doing very well in UFC, and full of action. Reza Madadi is also phenomenal and also incredibly technical. There's a guy that people don't realize yet how good he is. He looks kind of tiny, but he is a phenomenal world-class wrestler, first of all, and he has an aggression that he brings that most people can't handle. They think it's a showmanship, but once they get in there with him and they close the gate, he's really that guy. And he is up here. His top game is his head, and I think he will have a great future in UFC. So those fights are interesting.
Another Swede is Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen enough of him. I saw the Ultimate Fight a little bit. I may not necessarily agree with everything, but obviously he has a heart. He's a fighter. He belongs there. I shouldn't speak of him because I don't know him.
He says that you're in it. No.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
and finally, I should ask you about Alexander Gustafsson. Obviously, this is somebody who, you know, was real close to a title shot. They're saying maybe just a fight away. I think he's a really good guy, and he just keeps getting better and better, and he's beating bigger names. What do you make of him and his fighting ability?
This is going to sound, I'm probably going to get crap for this, but I would say that I think you know, the injury is very sad that it happened, but I think it will benefit him in the long run because he is a very clever guy and he learns very fast, obviously. He has great coaching. So this little time he's going to get a little bit extra before maybe getting a title shot is going to benefit him. He can actually get more weapons to his arsenal. So by the time when it comes, he will be completely 100% ready. I think the problem was they might have pushed him towards a title fight maybe too soon. And I want to see UFC have an interest in either one winning, you know, not just throwing someone into some champ when he's not ready. And I think that would have been a risk otherwise. I think Alexander will be a champ for sure.
So you think he would have beaten Gegard?
I have to say, when you ask me, I'm Swedish, of course I do. I have nothing more than respect for Mousasi, but I would say Alexander would have won. He's young enough. He will come on with an aggressive game. He's very fast. That surprises people how fast and his endurance. And what he lacks maybe in the stand-up game when it comes to kicks, he has a great stand-up punching game for MMA especially, and he gets out from the ground and he can take a punch. We all know that. Yeah. So I actually do see that he would have won. It would have been a pretty brutal battle, I think, too.
All right, Lars, and otherwise, where can people find you if they want to come train with you?
Well, I'm at Fortune Gym in Los Angeles, right here on Sunset Boulevard, and they can also look for Wallin MMA on Facebook and find out where I show up and hate me if you want.
You're a likable guy, Lars. Thanks for breaking it down.
Thank you very much. Thank you.